Does soy make a man an aggressive loner? In this video, what I'm going to do is take a look at how soy can dramatically affect a man's mood. So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Lucas, the founder of Ergogenic Health, and my mission is to bring you the most cutting edge health information that you'll struggle to find on Google. So please be sure to like this video and hit subscribe down below if you haven't already. So my first point that I really want to look at is how soy boys never feel good. Can long-term soy consumption turn a guy into a submissive, aggressive loner? In this particular video, what I'm going to do is look at how a specific monkey study may be able to support this particular claim. And what I also want to outline and illustrate is, can you show me a single guy that eats soy that has a high sex drive, feels confident, dominant, and is motivated to crush his goals? Personally, I've never met a single guy that feels good with, consumption of soy and excess consumption of soy related products. I mean, it is entirely not possible to feel amazing as a man by consuming copious amounts of soy. The purpose of this video is to talk to you about yet another reason why men should be avoiding the consumption of soy, despite what vegan gurus want you to believe. So the study that I'm looking at is titled Increased Aggressive Behavior and Decreased Affiliative Behavior in Adult Male Monkeys After Long-Term Consumption of Diets Rich in Soy Protein and Isoflavones. Interestingly, in the study, the monkeys were fed higher amounts of isoflavones, and the frequencies of intense, aggressive, and submissive behavior were elevated relative to monkeys fed just a normal controlled diet. So basically, they split the monkeys into two groups. They fed one portion of the group higher amounts of isoflavones and soy related products, and the other group just a normal diet without these soy-based products. And what they noted was that there were increased intense, aggressive, and submissive behavior, which is pretty crazy. In addition, the proportion of time spent by these monkeys in physical contact with other monkeys was reduced by 68%, and time spent in proximity to other monkeys was reduced by 50%, and time spent alone was increased by 30%. So this is yet again, we're seeing evidence linking soy-based products with antisocial behavior and or disruptive behavior in society. This led the authors to conclude that long-term consumption of a diet rich in soy isoflavones can have marked influences on patterns of aggressive and social behavior. Experiments on humans who consume lots of processed foods that contain soybean oil and other toxins have found that these highly refined additives can literally cause depression, sleeplessness, loss of libido, and structural brain changes similar to those observed in drug addicts. Yet another reason to be avoiding soy. What does soy actually do to these male monkeys, and does this truly translate to humans? Now, the authors note that the important role of the aromatization of the male hormones on aggressive behavior and the mediating role of estrogen in this process must be considered. Estrogen produced by aromatization of gonadal androgens has an important facilitative role in male typical aggressive behavior that is mediated through its interaction with the estrogen receptors in the brain. Isoflavones found in soybeans and soy-based dietary supplements bind to these estrogen receptors and have dose and tissue dependent effects on estrogen mediated responses. They note that although this relationship is well known, studies had yet to be carried out on the effects of soy-rich diets on aggressive behavior. So I want to point out some of the other negatives associated with soy, some final negative points associated with being a soy boy. Number one is that soybean oil has been found to cause brain damage, which the type in which it leads to dementia and also autism. Number two is that soy is known to powerfully lower systemic levels of DHT, dihydrotestosterone, which can directly lower libido and sex drive in men. Now, these other points here that are somewhat anecdotal from what I've heard from clients and health forums and groups, that soy can actually reduce testicular size. So it can actually make a man's testicles more shriveled and smaller. And it also is associated with worsened erection quality. There are many guys that I know that have previously been vegan, who have now transitioned back to a normal animal-based diet, and they noted worsened erection quality when consuming massive amounts of soy. And then finally, the other negative associated with soy is that soy-based products can reduce thyroid hormone output and or production, which can basically make fat loss more difficult. This study was definitely interesting. Hopefully it shed some light on the negatives of soy consumption and how soy can affect a man's behavior. I really find the neurobiology of hormones and behavior a really fascinating topic, and this is yet again another reason to be consuming soy, because it may potentially make you an aggressive loner. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button, and if you want to boost your testosterone, be sure to check the link in the video description down below. There will be some cool resources to do so. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.